You want to know how I know that religion is a tool used by the oppressors? Because everything that they promise you that you'll get after living a good life, and you enter those gates of heaven and all of your wishes are granted, your mansion, your health, your peace, your leisure, those are all things that the rich and powerful get to enjoy here on earth. So they've just convinced you, instead of rising up and demanding your fair share of the stuff that you've earned and worked for, if you just be good and wait for it, you'll get yours in heaven, baby.
I'm learning a lot about metanoia. You know what that means?
No.
It's the changing of your mind. So the same way that a caterpillar goes through metamorphosis and it goes into a chrysalis. People call it a cocoon, but it's really a chrysalis. And then they come out as a butterfly, is the same way I think as humans we go through metanoia, and we go through a period where we isolate and we change our minds, like we have to change our values, our perspectives. Honestly, they talk a lot about the caterpillar, they talk a lot about the butterfly, but we don't speak enough about the chrysalis. That part where you go alone, do the inner work and change. That's the most important part. And everybody doesn't do that part, but it is the most important part.
What does that mean?
To take something in.
Okay, excellent. To absorb. Anyone?
Everywhere, all the time.
So what is ubiquitous assimilation?
Always absorbing everything everywhere all the time.
Well done, George. How are you to imagine anything if the images are always provided for you? Who here read 1984 last year? Good. Anyone? Meredith?
Having two opposing beliefs at once and believing that both are true.
Excellent, Meredith. To deliberately believe in lies while knowing they're false. Examples of this in everyday life. Oh, I need to be pretty to be happy. I need surgery to be pretty. I need to be thin, famous, fashionable. This is a marketing holocaust. 24 hours a day, for the rest of our lives, the powers that be are hard at work, dumbing us to death. So, to defend ourselves and fight against assimilating this dullness into our thought processes, we must learn to read, to stimulate our own imaginations, to cultivate our own consciousness, our own belief systems. We all need these skills to defend, to preserve our own minds.
Islam, shalom, hola, aloha, bonjour, osio, assalamu alaikum, konnichiwa. It's your brother, Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor, coming to you live in full effect. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell down below so you can be notified whenever I'm dropping some new content. Leave a comment, interact with me. Thank you. I really do appreciate your viewership. Let's jump into another one. All right, today I wanted to check this out because I saw this online and I wanted to make a comparison myself. So this is kind of like a quick little product review. Just seeing the update for the Dr. Bronner soap, because this is like one of my favorite soap brands and soap products I was using, you know. So this one right here is the older formula and this is the newer one. So people are saying how everything switched up because you see how it says magic soap on it, and how it didn't say that before, because you know how it has, look, hemp, peppermint, pure Castile. It still says that. It took out the hemp peppermint part. Can't really see where it says that at. Also some active ingredients, I would say. Look, most of the ingredients are the same, but I underlined a few that was different. All right, so everything's the same pretty much until it gets down to the organic jojoba oil, and then in the newer formula, it's wax. So you see I did that, it changed to wax instead. And the other ingredients are pretty much the same after that, but then in the new formula, look, it doesn't have the, look, this is the new formula right here, limonene. That's not in the older one, you see. But as far as it's saying magic soap in big, you can see how the older one, it did also say magic soaps down here as well, just in small. So that's one comparison. I also seen that comparison inside of the newer bottles. It had like a picture of Dr. Bronner's inside. You see how the back through here on the back of the label, you could see like a picture on the newer bottles. On this bottle, on this particular one, it's not the same. You see there's no picture of Dr. Bronner's in here on this one that you can see, but they did add this whole section right here that was not on the previous bottle. So you see how it turns to the side, little illustrations and stuff. Is just writing on this one, but on this one you turn it to the side and there's illustrations on this one. You see, talking about you know, recycling, stuff like that. I'm not sure how legible it is. Hopefully you can pause it and read it closely if you closer if you would like. But yeah, they took a lot of the writings off. A lot of people were saying how these writings on the side are like not good, that they might be some type of spell or something like that, incantation. Potentially it could be, but I'm gonna take a closer look at it right here, and I'm gonna show you what I've noticed from the newer ones versus the older ones. All right, so I'm gonna check out this newer one first. All right, so let's look closely. How you see how it starts reading something about the as taught by the morals. I'm reading right down here, this section right down here, and I'm gonna go down here. All right, so as taught by the moral ABC, the real Rabbi Hillel taught Jesus, Yeshua, to unite all mankind free. You see how it says that? You see how it starts there with first? All right, so it goes from first and it goes to, it does second and third, fourth, and then it skips fifth, right? And then it goes down here. It goes down here to 6, which is interesting. And then after 6, it goes to 10th. So I realized the new bottle skips those. The older bottle, which is very, very interesting as you start to read, look, it has 7, 7th, 9th, and then 10th. And then it also does 12th and 13th. You see that? But the newer bottle just does, it goes from 4, skips 5, goes to 6, and then goes to 10. So this one has inscriptions or writings that, you know, the new one doesn't have. So as we're reading through, it's like I might not read all this. Maybe I should, depending on how long this video is, but let me see if I can get through it first. All right, I'm starting there. If I'm not, look, if I'm not for me, who am I? Nobody. Yet, it says second, yet. If I'm only for me, what am I? Nothing. Third. If not now, when? Once more. Unless constructive self, I work hard, perfecting first me. Absolute. Nothing can help perfect me. Exceptions none. Fourth, only hard work. God's law can save us, but if we teach only our clan, we're all hated then. So Hillel taught Jesus, Yeshua, we must teach friend and enemy, the whole human race, the full truth, hard work, free speech, press, and profit sharing, Moral ABCs, all one God, faith, uniting the whole human race, for we're all one or none, as teach for 6,000 years the African shepherd, astronomers, Abraham and Israel, since the year one. Listen, children, eternal Father, eternally one. Exceptions, eternally none. Absolute none. See, a lot of people are saying, like, what is this writing? What is this? Are these spells? Are these incantations? What's going on? All right, so that was 4. And then you see how it skipped 5, right? I'm going to show you up here. Look, 5 is right here. Look, 5th. Whatever united mankind is better than whatever divides us. Yet, if absolute, unselfish, I am not for me. I'm not but classless, raceless, starving masses, a slave, never free nor brave, only if constructive selfish, I work hard perfecting me first, like every Arctic owl, penguin, pilot, cat, swallow, beaver, bee. Can I teach the moral ABCs? All one God faith, the real Rabbi Hillel taught Jesus to unite all mankind free. Then 6, absolute cleanliness is godliness. Balanced food for body, mind, soul, spirit is our medicine. Full truth our God. Half truth our enemy. Work hard our salvation. Look, unity our goal. Free speech our weapon. All one our soul. Self-discipline the key to freedom. Unity, love, unites all one above, for we're all one, as teach for 6,000 years astronomers, Abraham and Israel, teach children eternal Father, eternally one, exceptions eternally, absolute none. So when your fellow man you measure, take him at his best. With that lever, lift him higher, overlook the rest, for we're all one or none. All right, so that was 6. Now in the 7 down here, 7th, each swallow works hard to be perfect pilot, provider, builder, trainer, teacher, lover, mate. No half-truth hate. Have courage and smile, my friend. Think and act 10 years ahead. Find the man without fault, he's dead. Do one thing at a time. Hard work, get done. Then teach friend and enemy how to work, love, unite all mankind free. Uniting one, all one. Face the world with a smile. Life is always worthwhile to the fearless are given jewels. Keep out of the past. Disappointments won't last. Help unite mankind, or we're wandering fools. Excuse me 1 second. We're wandering fools. Oh, sorry about that. I lost my place here. Okay, so I want to say I'm on 7th. Jewels, mankind, or we're all wandering fools. Okay, reputation is the key to knowledge, so help unite all one. 9th, free speech is man's only weapon against half-truth that denies free speech. to mere slander, tax, and slave. Full truth, our only God unites all mankind. Brave, if 10 men guard free speech. Brave, if ever one religion unites all mankind, it will be by omitting all irrelevance and redundancies added unto the faith of one almighty, all embracing, ever loving, ever evolving, ever recreating, eternal God, and by absolute nothing else. America's founding father Thomas Paine. 8 books suppressed since 1799. 6 million years of kill or be killed. Half truth, hate must be replaced by love and teach love. Replaced by love and teach love. Full truth uniting all one God faith. This is some interesting stuff, honestly. Hopefully it's legible. Hopefully you can read it and you can pause it and, it's making sense to you. But I'm kind of like discovering this and reading through it along with you, because I didn't have both of these bottles before and I didn't really have a chance to put it all together. But it's kind of wild how some of it is on the new bottle and some of it and a lot of it is on this old bottle as well. So as far as this one, it doesn't have like one. Actually, what it does, it looks like it starts up here 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this one pretty much has them all. But the newer bottle only has a few of them on here. It simply starts at 1 through 4, and then it skips 5 and goes to 6 and then 10, which is kind of weird. So I'm gonna continue. Hopefully you're enjoying this as much as I am. Let me know how I'm doing down below. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue. I believe we're at 10th. Thank God we don't descend down from perfect Adam and Eve to sinful sinners, brother's keeper, divided slave. All right. Thank God, united, armed, loving, hardworking, trained, brave, from dust we ascend up. Thank God for that. Our brother's teacher of the moral ABC, mason, tent, and sandal maker, Hillel, taught carpenter Jesus to unite all mankind free with it. All mankind free with it. Every human being can evolve, unite, inspire, raised, trained, skilled, disciplined, guiding lightning like by a new birth. Without it, we destroy God's spaceship, Earth. Akhenaten, Baha'u'llah, Buddha, Confucius, Moses, Hillel, Jesus, Muhammad, inspired every 76 years by the messenger. Interesting stuff here. Of God's law, Halley's comet, teach, a fire, a mist, a planet, a crystal, a cell, a jellyfish, a dinosaur, a caves where cavemen dwell, then a sense of work, love, song, art, play, law, beauty, a face turned up from the sod. I wonder what does all this stuff mean? I'm sure there's some, it might be some esoteric meaning. There might be some type of spiritual significance, some religious significance, some historical significance to this, because it seems to be talking about truths that should have been taught, not half truths. It spoke about books that was hidden. 8 books, I believe. I was just reading, hidden since 1799. So this is some interesting stuff here. Bear with me. A great teacher, all right, so we're on the 12th. A great teacher must first self-supporting be like Allison MD, Berlin, Rabbi Beck, Martin Buber, Carnegie. This is Marva Collins, Coastal, forgive my pronunciation, Edison, Rabbi Libman, Payne, Birch, Spinoza, Stratus. It says Dr. Thomas Saz. It says Weldon, Wilkie. It says Yadin and Zamenhof. Okay, I'm not familiar with a lot of these names. I'm sure you can pause it and look these people up. I'm sure it has some significance. It says, or he will turn our greatest teachings into spades with which to bury our people, all people. Added Carpenter Jesus, entering manhood, but for 2,000 years, we rabbis never teach the moral ABCs that the real Rabbi Hillel taught Jesus, to unite the human race in astronomy's eternal, tremendous, all one God faith. For we're all one or none, all one, exceptions eternally, absolute none. God bless the food and bless the loving hands that prepared it. Bless it to give us strength, and bless that strength so we use it to help unite the whole human race in thy kingdom, all one God faith. And then for the 13th, it says, knowing the full truth that unites the human race and not teaching all is deathly guilt. Learned Carpenter Jesus from Mason Rabbi Hillel. What an apology we rabbis owe Israel, Marx, Mao, all mankind for not teaching astronomy's great all one God faith that with just 6 words eternally unites the human race, as teaches African shepherd astronomer Israel for 6,000 years. Listen, children, eternal Father, eternally one, for on God's spaceship Earth with bomb and gun, we're all one or none, all one. All one, exceptions eternally, absolute none. Let your light shine forth so all humankind can see your good works. You'll work, sing, dance, love, march on. We live God's law each day. We win free speech, okay, with full truth, our only God. We rally, raise, unite, all one, all one, all one. You see how whenever you see something in something being repeated 3 times is like is spiritually significant, and like a contract or a bind. All right, so a lot of spell workings, even meditation workings, focus workings, when you do something 3 times, it's of spiritual significance. All right, kind of like the Holy Trinity, mind, body, soul, or spirit, mind, and body, something like that. So how it says all one, all one, all one, again and again, we're all one or none. Therefore, 6 million Dr. Bronners Magic soaps teach the moral. ABC's that 6 billion, or that's 6 million Dr. Bronner Magic soaps teach the moral. ABC that 6 billion strong unite all mankind free in astronomy's eternally great all-in-one God faith. All right, that pretty much will conclude my review of this product. I thought it was really interesting. You can see, you know, the newer bottle. I was reading all that off of the older bottle, how the newer one has a lot of this stuff on there. I'm gonna do a quick check on the serial number. If you can see, if that's legible to you, you see how it's 25-2. It's 25-25-2, right? And the older ones, as you can see here, hopefully that's legible. Here we go. It's 24-31-8. All right. So that 24, I'm guessing, is 2024, and the newer ones are there with the 2025. All right, so that was my review on some of the updates with the Dr. Bronner's Magic soap. Some of the writings that was actually on it as well, the ingredients list. So once again, this is your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor. Let me know how I'm doing down below. Peace.
Do you think you fulfilled your purpose in life?
I feel like crying.
Why?
You know, because we chase dreams. I mentioned that I've traveled to India. I schooled in India, sir. Mr. Femi Kaf, I schooled in India. I have Nigerian degree. I have worked all my life. I just sent my resignation letter from the American University because I don't feel I was fulfilling purpose. I don't feel I have achieved anything working with them. So you see, all my life, so much education, so much hustle, so much struggle, but you can hardly put food on the table. Forget packaging, tell yourself the truth.
Are you married, sir?
I'm supposed to be, right?
You're supposed to be married.
But I am not.
Why?
So much education, so much struggle, so much hustle, no wife, no kid. Living in a country that doesn't support your dream, in a country that fights you when you are fighting to survive.
So do you believe you are still going to fulfill purpose with the way it's going? You said you're not married. You've had so much education. In fact, you went as far to India to have educations, and still things are not becoming like it. Do you think you are going to fulfill purpose?
The question actually got me emotional.
Sorry about that.
But being a media person, I had to control my emotion because, yes, I'm a media person. I studied film and television journalism at the Asian Academy of Film and Television, New Delhi, India. Yes, not actually Noida City, India. And I have my BSc in Business Management, Modibo Adama University, Adamawa State. So that's it. I know I'll fulfill purpose. Religious-wise, I keep hope alive. The only thing lacking, I just feel I have not really achieved what I'm supposed to achieve in life. But I know I'll be there. I grew up in a house where I had a silver spoon, and then at some point in life, I lost the silver spoon. Yes, I resigned yesterday, like I mentioned, from my job. And today, I'm in Lagos, still looking for a job. But I believe everything will click.